Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
Money 111, man. I'm a flipper, man. I'm having. Skirt, skirt. Let's get it. Flipper. Whoa. Hey, man, having a gang, man. Hear me? Having. Hey, understand me. Take care of gang, cause that's my family. Only good might do. I want a Grammy. I like this stun a lot. Had to get the bitch that's fancy. Pull up, stirring the business. I never did me a Chevy. White Billy came a long way from dropping the Chevy. I'm swerving and my back have been hurting. Why am I chain really heavy? I'm swerving down the court. You would think I was Kyrie Irving. I'm having, I'm with the flipper. Ball me my britches, 1K for my zipper. Hands to the sky like a. Your chest make you jump like a nigga. I'm busy, I catch up my calendar. Expensive dinner, no caviar. Big mansion, one room, lavender. Wanna book me, hit my manager. Have it like O'Neal, walking like what's the deal? 10 rooms, paint one teal. Can you really keep it player? Can you really keep it real? Box Chevy for the summer, new bent for my mother. Good gas, low number. Like the old school thunder, water on me like a plumber. This 111 you see. I know that you wanna be me. You claim you're real, but you squealed. If you got status, they call you OG. No dinner table, but shorty. I'm blessed, I don't gotta sneeze. For the haters, I got the best for the. I got the best for the. I used to by ring. Triple camera then flash. I am the one that you see in magazines. Flash, fresh when I still get off a 30 by myself. Uppercut with the left. What you gonna do with the wealth? On me like a bike. You bitches struck on my fast in the face. They tell me they love me, it's more than a like. They fake, I check them like nice. Not my whole life. Don't know what's a 9 to 5. Skip up, pouring up that. Give her a like motorbike. Roll the dice, roll the dice, roll the dice. I'm having ice on me, look like the poltergeist. Jeans on me cost a rack. Tap my name on her back. So it's better. Run them like running back. I've been just still one nigga, remember that. Understand me. Take care of gang, cause that's my family. Only we can't do no. Want a Grammy. I make the birds sing high. You will think they send me. Pull up, stirring the business. I never did me a Chevy. Pull up in Bentleys. I came a long way from dropping the Chevys. I'm swerving and my back have been hurting. Why am I chain really heavy? I'm swerving down the court. You will think I was Kyrie Irving. Flipper.
Drop top Porsche, rollie on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me nothing. Bossed up and I changed the game. It's my big bronze boogie got
This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. And Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on. Our sideline. We'll see the Indiana Pacers facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Clark, the league in general increasing the pace of play. Tonight's teams exemplify that approach.
I really think the game was meant to be played at a high pace, Kevin. We've had periods where it's been a little bit more bump and grind, defensive oriented, but I like the trend that the game has taken on the last decade or so. Up and down, a lot of possessions, a lot of scoring, and a lot of entertainment value. I love it. I love the way the game is played now.
I couldn't agree more. Now here's Collison following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Oladipo outside. Clock at 6. Turner with the screen. Goes up on the wing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo. Westbrook with it. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Down low. Turner with the steal. And here's Collison. Outside Turner. Pass to Oladipo. And finished off by Oladipo.
Surprisingly high vertical for Oladipo. I mean, if you don't get out of his way, he'll put you in a poster.
Now here's Westbrook. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
And it seems like they've been more than willing to crack down on those. Makes it tough to get as physical as you'd like to out there.
Turner with the screen. To the paint. Off the screen. And the play by Oladipo as he finishes it off for 2.
And the way Oladipo handles himself from inside is commendable. I mean, actually, it's tremendous. He does a nice job utilizing the strength that he had.
And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That is his first foul of the game. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. To the left side wing. Clock at 6. Westbrook off on the layup. Now here's Collison. Outside Bogdanovic. Pass to Sabonis. Over Grant. Misses off the right iron. Thunder trailing by 4. To the inside. The kick out to Westbrook. Grant outside. Now Adams. And that one's good. George.
Taking advantage of that length inside. George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
Pass to Sabonis. The fadeaway. Good on the bucket. Sabonis has got his first basket.
Yeah, I like Sabonis' game inside because he's confident and skilled.
George with the ball. Over Bogdanovich. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now, here's Sabonis. And Grant sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Four on the shot clock. They get it back. Outside Bogdanovich. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now Collison. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Simply missed a connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And, you know, the Pacers were one of the better teams in the East last year. Many wondered just how or why the Pacers were so good. I think you point to the chemistry this team has as something that you can't deny, along with having a star that endeared himself to his teammates in Oladipo.
Here's Westbrook. Outside, George. And again, it's Oklahoma City. And along with the chemistry the Pacers enjoy, another strength. Clark is their guard play.
Well, Kevin, they've got a number of guards that can initiate the offense, and they all do it fairly efficiently. Don't turn it over much, and they all can shoot it and drive it. So that group of guards is really a strong part of this team.
Here's Westbrook following the score by Miles Turner. That one goes. Count it.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
They set the pick. Back to Collison. Screen by Sabonis. Just 5 on the clock. And the basket by Collison.
And Collison with superb quickness, tough to contain off the pick and roll.
Outside Westbrook. That shot off. So Indiana will take it the other way.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Pass to Sabonis. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Now here's Collison. At the top of the key, Sabonis. They get the rebound. The kick out to Collison.
Come get it, come get it.
Left side, Turner. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. The Pacers making a switch here. Oklahoma City trailing. Outside Westbrook. Screen by Adams. In the corner, George with it. Pass to Noel. Can't connect from short range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And the quick release of Bogdanovic, he gets rid of that ball in a hurry.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Noel. Outside, George. Fires the three. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. So both teams making some changes here. Indiana leading by 5. Oladipo outside. Off the screen. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Oladipo's got 6.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Schroeder with the ball. Tries to snap the cold streak. Drains the three-pointer.
Tell you what, it does not matter who's shooting. The defense has got to be better at getting a hand up on long-range shooters. You've got to challenge the shot.
Turner with the screen. And Holiday, here we go. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Clark, when you're evaluating young players, and you see a lot of them at the college ranks and certainly in the early years in the NBA, aside from their talents between the lines, which qualities tell you this kid has a chance to be special?
A couple of things. Humility, understanding their ability, but also recognizing they've still got work to do. That's one of the great qualities anybody can have. Work ethic, self-starting, and then you try to see if, in fact, they've worked through some challenges. How have they handled adversity? I mean, when you look at those things and couple them with talent, now you've got somebody that you feel like can be special.
Now here is Holiday. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Thunder making a switch here. Screen by Young. Shot clock at 5. Here's Turner. Bank shot. No good.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
Outside Holiday. And he banks in the layup. And the Pacers lead by 6. And here's Schroeder. From the arc. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
The Thunder went into free agency with a lot of question marks, but ended having a big summer.
Able to retain Paul George, and that was the first and largest key. Getting a player like Noel for cheap was also a big help for this group. The Thunder were at a fork in the road last season, but this team now as dangerous as ever.
Now, you got to appreciate the skill set of Evans. I mean, Tyreek Evans can play a few different spots for you, and he's got nice handles for a guy his size.
Now here's Noel. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Noel throws it down.
Boy, what persistence from Noel, a guy who does not quit on the glass. I mean, his tenacity is a huge reason as to why this team loves him.
Picked by O'Quinn. Pass to Holiday. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Patterson, the screen. Here's Schroeder. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Young outside. Picked by O'Quinn. Pass to Evans. And stolen by Noel. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And slam dunk by Noel.
Boy, I tell you, his dunking skills are special. Noel really pounds it through the hoop when he gets a chance to.
Outside Holiday. They set the screen. Pass to Evans. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Young. The rebound by Patterson.
Looked like he rushed the layup to me. I mean, the defense was late on contesting that one.
And it's Abrinas in the corner. Here's Diallo. Shoots over McDermott. Again, the Thunder score.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you've come to the right spot. This is your game.
Now here is Holiday. 6 points for him. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Pass to Young. Outside Holiday. Tries again. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
Here's Indiana now. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Here's O'Quinn. Evans trying to get open. O'Quinn can't hit. Out to the right wing. Outside, George. Back to Robertson. Out to the right wing. Here's Westbrook. Sinks that one from the post. Westbrook's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Thunder.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
To the inside. And Young slams it home.
Boy, Thaddeus Young does a nice job setting the screen solidly and then rolling effectively so he gets a chance to score on the backside.
Screen by Adams. Nobody near George. Offline with his 3. And for his whole career, Thaddeus Young has been a player not afraid, Greg, of attacking defenders head on.
Young has such a great first burst of speed. He really is a handful to deal with. Gets a lot of transition buckets that way, and in the half court can set up teammates by creating space. In the latter part of his career, I think he's taken on more of a vocal leadership role as well.
Here's Joseph. Paul George making his last shot. Pass to O'Quinn. It's Young on the wing. Now here's Joseph. Shot clock at 6. Back to Young. And he banks in the layup. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
Young is often overmatched because he's not as big as other power forwards, but he still finishes inside at a high rate.
Screen by Grant. For 3, Westbrook sinks the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one. Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
Now here's Joseph. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Screen by Young. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
The Thunder leading by 3. Screen by Adams. Outside for George. They get it back.
A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there.
Now here's Joseph. Picked by O'Quinn. It's stolen by Adams. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And here's George for 3. No good. Shot missing. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Evans outside. And here's Joseph for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Outside Westbrook. Screen by Adams. Pass to George. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Thaddeus Young.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
And he was one of many big names in free agency this past summer. Paul George, a huge part of that. But, you know, Greg, he didn't take long to make his decision.
Many expected George to maybe jump to the Lakers. Had been saying it was his dream to play in L.A. for over a year. But credit Westbrook and the Thunder. They won him over. He was one of the first signings in free agency to re-up with OKC.
Pacers trailed by 5. Evans outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Tyreke Evans not the biggest free agent this past offseason, but Greg, many teams vied for his services.
Pacers were able to win out, and he should be a good fit. Can act as another playmaker and ball handler for the team. Turned down playing with the Warriors, Lakers, and Thunder to come to this Indiana squad.
The Thunder leading by 3. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got 7 points for the quarter. Now Evans. Pass to Sabonis. Five to shoot. Fades back. Can't hit that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And Westbrook, here we go. The putback. And Westbrook is right there.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Evans outside. Takes the 13-footer. Bogdanovich with it. Pass to Sabonis. Over Patterson. Here's Turner. And Adams sends it back. On the wing, George. Shot from 16. And he overshot that one, missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Sabonis lays it up off the glass.
Really like how he used his body, got outstanding position on the boards, and then maximized it.
Here's Roberson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. From deep three-point range. And George is good for 3. And the Thunder lead by 8.
And sometimes with George, it doesn't really matter where he's squaring up from. If he's in rhythm, even from distance, you've got to get a hand in his face or he'll drain it.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. One of the buzzwords we hear all the time now, Clark, two-way player. But when you were out there, everyone had to be, it seemed to me, a two-way player.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting when you see some of these terms that come into vogue. There's not much that's new under the sun in terms of the game. And clearly, two-way players were as valued in the past, even before me, as they are now. I just think it's part of the language of the game now where it's more prevalent.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Now into the lineup for your Thunder.
Outside Collison. Turner with the screen. A nice shot by Collison. Collison's got his second bucket.
$175, and that might be generous for DC. He says, I don't care. I'm attacking the defense no matter what size I am.
Pass to Sabonis. And here's Evans. 6 points for him. Outside Collison. Back to Evans. This one for 3. And that's good. Darren Collison for 3. And now just a 1-point Oklahoma City lead. Pass to Diallo. Back to Schroeder. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is playing the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Pass to Oladipo. And Grant sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Now Noel. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And Oladipo, here we go. Bogdanovich wide open. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Schroeder outside. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Grant. Deflects the pass. Shot clock at 5. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
And a great first quarter for him, but he seems to be slowing down here in the second.
Oladipo outside. And good. as it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
The drive by Schroeder. It's deflected.
Outstanding defensive instincts by Sabonis. Really good timing when to rise up to reject shots.
You know, when you think of Darren Collison, I think of a smart point guard. Had 2 seasons playing understudy to Chris Paul in both New Orleans and L.A. Similar type of players who are very efficient and just gets the job done.
And with Collison and Greg, how he plays, when he's off the floor, you notice.
I mean, things just don't seem to run as smoothly when he's not at the helm. Finds that balance between creating for himself and others, selective with his shots, and truly a complete guard, even if he doesn't do a lot of those flashy things. And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. Now Schroeder, after Bogdanovich missing on that last three-pointer. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Aprinas. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Aprinas has got himself on the board with 3 there. Outside Collison. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Oladipo. And the call will be against Alex Aprinas. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Indiana, they have made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Last year it was a great home return for Oladipo, the former Hoosier. Played easily his best season of basketball since being the 2nd overall pick back in 2013. Made his first All-Star appearance as well, and I've got a feeling he's got more of those All-Star appearances in front of him.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Pass to Sabonis. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Sabonis has got 4 this quarter. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Pacers out in front as they end the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Pacers leading by 3. Now here's Collison. Outside Bogdanovich. Oladipo outside. Clock at 6. Stolen by George. Pass to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Here's Sabonis. Shoots over Patterson, and Roberson pulls it down.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And Greg Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts and Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
You know, going into the last season, many thought the Pacers were in rebuild mode, but ended up 5th in the East with a fantastic season and strong finish. Saying they overachieved doesn't even begin to describe their season. I think they surprised everybody.
Shots good by Turner.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
Pass to George. From downtown. Rebounded by Collison. And many people thought the Pacers last season would be near the bottom of the East. Clark, that was not the case at all.
Not at all, Kevin. 7 games it took the Cavs to eliminate the Pacers in the first round, and you never know, or I don't think you can ever dismiss or discount what that kind of playoff series can mean to a young team like the Pacers. Things are looking up in a great way for the Pacers going forward.
Now, here's George. He's got 16, and it's in there.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
Screen by Sabonis. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Paul George with the steal. Down low. And that one's good. Noel. And now it's a 3-point Thunder lead.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. And Nate McMillan, a coach with multiple stops in his career, had good success last season with the Pacers.
And, you know, to some that was a surprise, but McMillan does a lot of things well as a coach. He communicates well, he demands accountability, and his teams typically play a smart brand of basketball, and actually it's a reflection of how Nate was as a player.
Pass to Collison. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Screen by Adams. Outside, George. Outside, Collison. Oladipo outside. High, arcing shot. Sabonis. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
Indiana trailing here. Here's Oladipo. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Oladipo's got 12.
He's so good at shooting while in rhythm. Victor Oladipo. I like how he's reading the defense before shooting the pull-up J.
Outside for George. A putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 8 points for Nerlens Noel. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Now here's Collison. 9 points in the game so far. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bogdanovich. From outside the arc. Shot clock reset for Indiana. Left side, Collison. And here is Turner. Makes it off the glass. Turner's got 4 points in the quarter.
I tell you what, Turner just has a beautiful touchdown on the block. I mean, you get the ball where he wants it, he'll deliver for you.
Now here's Westbrook. 13 points in the game. Here's George. That one rolling around and rims out.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Now here's Oladipo. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Collison for three, and it's Noel with the rebound.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
Here's Collison following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Turner with the screen. It's Oladipo on the wing. Puts it up from 15. And again, it's Indiana.
Even when you're right up on Oladipo, he's focused on the hoop. Very calm under pressure.
Screen by Adams. That's tipped. He's all alone. Here's Bogdanovich. Throws down the breakaway jam.
The quick hands of Oladipo, so good at reading his man and then pouncing into the lane for the steal.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Darren Collison pulls it in. Indiana leading by 3. For the 3. Cans it from downtown. Bogdanovich has got 5 points in the quarter.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Screen by Adams. Back to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Looking to end the run. Second chance shot. That's tipped. Now the Pacers with it. 6-point game. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Pacers making a change here. Bogdanovich left side. Pass to Holiday. To the paint. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Loving the energy right now here in the 3rd quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
No good from Grant.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Now here is Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. To the right side. Here's Sabonis. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Pacers leading by 8. Outside Holiday. Screen by Sabonis. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And Indiana making a change here. Young. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Shots good from Young. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night. Screen by Grant. Pass to Abrinas. Back to Schroeder. Right wing. to stop the drought. He squares up and sinks it. Abrinas has got 5 points so far.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense. Was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
Picked by O'Quinn, and Evans throws it down hard.
Yeah, and the intelligence there from Evans. His speed and strength makes him a tough guy to guard in that screen and roll.
And Tyreke Evans is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Indiana on D. Here's Schroeder. And the three off target. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
Thunder trailing by 10. Pass to Patterson. Took him no time at all on that one. 8 points for him.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Timeout.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
.144 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Holiday. 5 on the clock from 18 feet away. Thunder trailing by 7. The drive by Schroeder. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Pass to Abrinas. Stolen by Evans. Holiday with it for 3. The rebound by Grant. .55 seconds left to play in the third. To the middle. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now just a 5-point Indiana lead.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
Back to Evans. Picked by O'Quinn. And Tyreke Evans, good for 3. Evans has got 5 points in the quarter.
And watching Evans there knock down the triple has the ability to be a dangerous outside scorer when he's in rhythm.
The offensive rebound. Here's Grant. Good defensive work there by Young.
Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
Back to Holiday. 1 second left. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Holiday's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers. And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. Three quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Now Westbrook. Grant outside. Pass to Roberson. Evans with the steal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And he sinks the second. Westbrook with it. Screen by Adams. And Tyreke Evans is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Westbrook. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
That's his first personal foul.
And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
Just 3 to shoot. No good on that one. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Inside. Noel. It's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Joseph. Over Westbrook. Shot by Joseph. No good.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
George, no good. Pacers leading by 8. And here's McDermott. Paul George with the steal. And it's George finishing it off.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism, to play good defense. But the other part of it is the instincts. And George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league. And really excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. Even though they're ahead, he said these guys are capable of catching fire. They can score a lot in a little. I don't want to see anybody easing up until the final whistle. Guys.
Joseph, that's good.
Far from just a jump shooter, Joseph is not shy at getting inside and making it happen there.
Left side, George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's now 22 points for Paul George. Up top, Oladipo. And the rejection by Noel.
Terrific timing by Noel, utilizing his vertical and hands extremely well in terms of how he blocks shots.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
And for Victor Oladipo, for so many teams, he was the second option on offense. But now, Clark, he's shown he is a full-fledged #1 option.
And you know the thing about that, Kevin, that's really heartening is his teammates love him being in that spot. And that speaks to Oladipo's unselfishness and character. I mean, Russell Westbrook and Aaron Gordon both had great things to say about Oladipo's success leading the team. And again, just a credit to who he is as a young man. He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
And Westbrook, here we go. To the paint. Here's Adams. in off the glass.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Castro Quinn. Back to Joseph. Now McDermott. He's covered by Westbrook. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
That was a half-hearted pick, and he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now it ends up costing him.
To tie it up.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's Oladipo. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor. Thunder trailing by 5. Now here's Schroeder. Outside, George. In the corner, it's Westbrook. From outside, off the mark. On offense, here are the Pacers. They've led by as many as 11 points. At the elbow, Oladipo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And the Thunder making a change here. Now Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 9 points here in the second half.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Here's Oladipo. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Here's Westbrook. Drops in the layup for 2. Westbrook's got 22 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Picked by O'Quinn. Here's Joseph. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Oladipo. Second chance shot. Young trying to break free. Oladipo misses. Joseph with the ball. Picked by O'Quinn. He's looking for Joseph and finds him. Young. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And, you know, Thaddeus Young, the veteran forward out of Georgia Tech, over a decade of service in the NBA, and he's still one of the more dependable scorers you'll find in terms of over the course of a season.
And for Young, a veteran, as you mentioned, Clark, still one of the more athletic players in the league.
Yeah, he really is. Very impressive how long Thaddeus has been as consistent as he's been. Does a nice job running the floor. Really good in shot selection and has become a more vocal leader as he is one of the older guys in the league now.
Victor Oladipo really making a difference here.
And he continues to burn them with his scoring. And the coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
That one misses.
And while Young is serviceable at the line, not terrible, there's still a lot of room for improvement.
Here's George. Oklahoma City keeping it alive with a new 24-second shot clock. Here's Joseph. Screened by Young. Shoots a fader. And that one hits back iron.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Screen by Adams. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Second shot opportunity. Adams' shot is off. Pacers leading by 5. Young outside. Indiana again missing.
I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, his team still is in front.
To the inside. Tips it up. Here's Noel. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Oladipo's got 24.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside, George fires for 3. Connects from 3-point range. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Pass to Joseph. Right side, Turner. Back to Joseph. From 17 feet out. Westbrook with the nice D there.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
Now here's Oladipo to the middle and stolen by Noel. Here's Westbrook. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Now just a 1-point Indiana lead.
Well, there's nothing like being unselfish as a player, and Noel was outstanding in that regard. Reading the entire floor and finding his guys for high percentage shots.
Now here's Oladipo. Connects from 3-point range. 9 points for Thaddeus Young.
Boy, Thaddeus Young stepping up in a big way at a critical time. Well done.
Here's Westbrook. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Thaddeus Young. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Indiana.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Now here's Collison. Turner with the screen. Here's Oladipo. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Oladipo's got 12 now in this quarter.
And you know, Oladipo back in 2013 was the number 2 overall pick in the draft and is showing a lot of promise. He's really taken over the game in key stretches here.
Now here's Westbrook. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Noel. And finally they hit one.
And Noel really elevating his game, stepping into the limelight and coming away with the big bucket thanks to his effort and hustle.
Now here's Oladipo. That shot no good. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Westbrook. To tie it up. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. Westbrook's got 30.
And, you know, Westbrook is fearless. Likes getting deep inside and finishing around the rim and plays in attack mode all the time.
Here's Collison. Back to Oladipo. Pass to Turner. Oladipo outside. Back to Turner. Indiana moving it around. The putback. Now Sabonis. Outside Collison. Connects from downtown.
And Darren Collison is allowed to get going or to heat up. And this is exactly what happened.
Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out.
15 seconds left in the fourth. Back to Oladipo. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
Hey, from role player to bona fide star, the jump Oladipo has taken has been outstanding. And he's not done yet, folks. He's continuing to grow. Boy, so calm, composed. Love how he took his time and drained the important free throws. Big time stuff there.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.